What's up, guys? This is all I put down, brother. Welcome to Sending Saturday, episode 6. And I can see the chat is already going great. Welcome into the chat tonight. Michael McReynolds, Lord FPV, Chuck at FPV, Rebecca Adams, good evening. It is Saturday. Yeah. It is cold. Yeah. So what better way to bring in the cold than to talk about the cold and talk about those winter whoops? That's right, guys. We're going to be talking about winter whoops. What is your favorite winter whoop, if you whoop? And I'll tell you what mine have been so far. So hope everybody's having an awesome weekend. Absolutely. Hopefully the stream will be good tonight. We won't have any problems with the live chat. I know last show there were some technical difficulties. I guess the chat was lagging. 2 a.m. All right, Lord FPV. So we got drone news tonight. On a lot of you guys probably already know about it, but if not, you will find out tonight later on in the show. We're also going to be doing an open Q&A towards the end of the stream, so stick around for that. We're going to be doing some questions and answers by myself and people in the chat today. So, no Rebecca Marvel yet. It's interesting you say that, man, because, yeah, we've been looking at some items. Yeah, nothing going to happen soon, obviously, but later on, way down the long stretch of highway there, who knows, right? If she doesn't get tired of me by then, which God help her. I don't know how she's not tired of me already. How you guys been, man? How's your weekend going? Is it cold where you're at? How's the weather, man? It's been cold here. We had snow, then we had ice. Now we have just ice that's slowly melting away. Exactly. See, we're not rushing. We're not in no hurry. right? We're happy right where we are. So no need to hit the gas pedal. We got our own cruise control. Angle mode, so to speak. We got. I've never referred to my relationship as an angle mode, but yeah, we're just cruising right along. Absolutely. Now she makes me very happy, obviously. Yeah. So drone news. We're going to be talking about open Q&A, and then we'll be talking about whoops. So feel free if you guys want to talk about whooping. My mic was on. Oh, was it? You were hearing things in the background? Yeah, probably my chair creaking. This is like the creaky chair. You know, it's like, that's how you know it's working good and it's comfortable. You lean back and it's like, yeah, now we're comfy. So, well, you know, I really didn't fly my whoop a lot last year. My good buddy Chris, MD95 TSI, make sure you check out him on Fridays. He does the Drone Network, 8 o'clock, and really great stream there. A lot of good information. Him and Doc do a great job, and Crystal Justice as well with Wacky Wednesday. Make sure you give them guys a check out on Drone Network, MD95 TSI. I came to my brother a couple of years back and I said, hey man, you know, I really want to get, you know, something for indoors, but I want something brushless. I've had multiple brushed whoops, you know, in the past, and yeah, Chuck's whoopless. I've had multiple brushed whoops in the past, but they just haven't had the power that I really would want out of it, you know, in the house. And I say, Chris, man, I need something brushless, something that I can fly around in the house, you know. And he suggested check out the Beta 65X. It's got brushless motors. I said, no way. I said 65 millimeter because that's the size I wanted. I wanted the 65. I didn't want the bigger, like the 75 or the 85. This is the 85 millimeter here. This guy feels a little bit big inside. Just saying. You see the size difference here. So inside, I love the. We'll talk about this guy in a little bit, but the Beta 65X for me is perfect indoors. You can hit nice little gaps around your chairs and through the house, and you know, when it's kind of cold outside or you just don't have the time. Like honestly, for me, it's not really so much the cold. I don't mind flying in the cold as much as the daylight that just runs out. You know, by the time I get off work and get home and try to get things situated, by the time, you know, before I know it, it's getting dark. So yeah, I'm not really going to be flying out in the dark FPV. So. But the Beta 65X, man, awesome drone. It you know, I had to do a couple little things to it here and there along the road to get it to where I wanted it. And we'll talk about that just here in a little bit. But you know, out of the box, you know, it was a really nice platform. It was a little bit too fast for me where I was staying at the time. Just had a small little, you know, 1-bedroom apartment, and I was zipping it around, and I was like, man, this thing feels like it's just going way too fast, and I can't really control it, and I'm hitting things. So I ended up lowering the camera angle on it, and that made a huge difference in the house. Yeah, lower your camera angle will be the best suggestion I can say. If you want to fly indoors and you want to slow it down, try to lower the camera angle. This one wasn't as easy as most because, as you can see, it had a fixed canopy. So I had to actually replace the bracket inside that holds the camera at the angle, and then we were able to get it where I like it. So nobody else. So Laura doesn't whoop, and neither does Chuck. Well, anybody else? If you guys have a whoop that you like, put it down in the chat. If anybody would like to get a whoop, it is definitely whoop season for me. But this little guy just has been a lot of fun. I was kind of ripping through the house, you know, and well, where I'm at now is a lot bigger than the space I was in when I was flying it. So I've been flying it actually more this year than I did last year around this time. So the 5 levels that we have in the house is really fun. You know, I can sit here in the basement and send the drone out and go fly into the kitchen and go into the living room and go up to the bedrooms and just torment everybody in the house. And that's, you know, that's just so much fun, including the dog. He don't know really what to think of it when he sees it. He's just kind of like, what's that? If I get close to him, it kind of freaks him out. So I try try to stay away from them. But yeah, the 65 millimeter, I told Chris, I said, I want that 65 millimeter. I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to get something bigger, just because I'm looking for brushless motors. I know there's got to be something that's this size that comes in brushless. So he recommended this guy, and I really appreciate that, Chris. This guy has been an absolute blast. The only thing that happened was I had it for a little while, and then the motor ended up burning up in it, the stock motor. So, me in my head, I got thinking, and I'm like, well, do I want to just go ahead and replace the motor, or maybe I should just go ahead and upgrade, right? Maybe now would be a good time to just upgrade the motors and get something a little bit better. Hey, welcome in, Adrian Estrada. Tiny Hawk 2 is great for me. Absolutely, man. Yeah, that Tiny Hawk 2 does look really nice. So does that Nano Hawk that just came out too. That looks really promising as well. Looks to be one of the lightest little micros that Emax has put out. But yeah, so I wanted something 65 millimeter brushless. This is actually 2S. It actually does fly with two 1S batteries, and after doing some modification, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and just do an upgrade. Let me go ahead and swap out the motors for my favorite brand motors, the iFlight Zing motors. And yes, iFlight actually does make little nano motors for this guy that were the perfect size in KV. These are, if I could say it correctly, I don't need glasses that I know of, but the lighting's not that great. But these are the oh, geez. Maybe I do need glasses. I need to see some light here. These are the man, I'm having a hard time seeing this, guys. Getting old in my old age here. 0802 17,000 kV with my rusty eyes here. There you go. See, I try not to get close to their heads, because last thing I want is to get this thing like tangled up in their hair. That just takes all the fun out of it for them. So, I swapped out the motors. I got these little Zing Nanos, and man, I could not be happier with these motors. I mean, it was literally just, take the screws out, put the new motors in, they plug right into the plug headers just like the stock motors do, and it was, pretty fairly simple. Hey, welcome in, RC Crazy. I know he's got some whoops. So he'll definitely be able to drop his favorite whoop down in the chat, hopefully, for winter. That paired with some of these GemFan props that I got from Beta FPV, the website. I paired it with these quad blade. Hey, what's up, Tommy G? Welcome in. Tommy also could probably put a favorite whoop down in there as well. We're asking everybody to put down in the chat, what's your favorite winter whoop so far? But yeah, those new motors paired with these, GemFan props really made a big difference, and it felt just amazing in the house, but it did still feel a little bit overpowered. So I thought about putting a throttle cap on it. A couple guys have recommended it, so I tried that out, and that actually felt really good. I just put a little throttle cap in Betaflight, just typed in a command in the CLI tab, and if anybody needs that throttle cap info, I can drop you the command dump for that. But anyway, had the throttle cap on it, but I noticed that Beta FPV came out with some thicker canopies, right? Whoop it up. That's right, man. Absolutely. Welcome in, Michael McReynolds. And thanks so much for smashing that like button, Michael. I greatly appreciate it. You have any smaller style whoops that you like that are your favorite to fly in the winter there, Michael? Drop it down in the live chat there if you do. Want to hear what everybody's got to say for their favorite winter whoops if you do whoop. And man, I go all out, man. Sometimes I like put little obstacle courses up in the house. I got these LED gates that I made out of some just some metal wreaths, and I got neon lights on them, and they can flash. Look at that. I got a video on my channel about how to make these for like less than $10. Yeah, and they're LED, so you could kind of fly through and you can see it really good through the goggles too. I mean, you can really see these little gates. But I'll take these little hangers and I'll hang these things all over the house and fly through them. It's really fun. But let me turn that off. And you can get different colors and all that. And it does make it more challenging and makes it kind of fun. Michael's got the Emax Tiny Hawk 2 as well. That sounds like that's a popular one there. Absolutely. Haven't decided on a winter one yet, but I want to try out my UR65. There you go. There you go. UR65. This one is the URAV Bushido. This is the 85 millimeter. This little guy, you can fly indoors if you have some large open spaces, and it records in HD. But we're going to get into that one in a little bit. Bob the Biker, what's up, brother? Welcome into the chat. Good to see you, man. It's been a little while since I've seen you. How you been? Talking about our favorite winter whoops this time of year. I'm on the East Coast, so we're getting, a little bit of snow, cold temperatures. The daylight, is very limited. So with working full time and all that good jazz, by the time I get home during the week, there's not many hours of daylight left to fly. So I usually end up, flying indoors, whooping or on the simulator. Can I still get the lights? I'll have to check. I had the links in that video to make them, but you may have to get them from somewhere else. I know they were on Amazon, but you know how Amazon is. You'll have, different vendors pop up here and there. June, welcome into the chat, June. June was actually the winner of our December giveaway. That's right, June. And I was going to talk about that tonight as well. And I shipped out a real ACC drone backpack that June won. And yes, I shipped that out to June, got it all taken care of. And yes, that was the December giveaway. So we do giveaways on the streams, guys, once every month. So we've done the December giveaway, but stick around, don't go away just yet. Hit that like button and subscribe because we do giveaways each and every month on the live stream, and we do it live. So working way too much. I hear you. Welcome in, Adrian Estrada. I think I already did welcome you in, but I'm thanking you in again. The Alpha 65 is great. Okay, awesome. Paduga, welcome into the stream. It's not the HD. I don't want it. This is analog, man. I'll still have some analog whoops. Nothing wrong with it, especially for these little guys. So welcome in Baduga FPV. And yeah, so I really do love this guy. I love the size of it, the 65 millimeter for inside. It just feels like you got a ton of room and you can just really get through the house, and it's very nimble, get through little tight gaps, tons of fun. You can fly this guy outside on a very, very non-windy day. If it's a little bit windy outside, well, this little guy, he struggles. I mean, it can fit in the palm of your hand, so it's not going to be able to handle that much wind. But inside, man, it's a blast to fly. I absolutely love this whoop, the Beta 65X. Thank you so much, Chris, for recommending this. Brother, it's everything I hoped it would be. And then once I upgraded it, now it's just perfect. So highly recommend, if you really do get into whooping and you are serious about it and you really do like it, think about doing some upgrades. iFlight makes some really good replacement motors. I'm sure there's other motor companies out there that make some nice replacement, good, high quality motors that'll last you for a while, that just feel good. I mean, they just feel good in the air. I'm really getting this thing dialed in with the control and everything. And I'm really starting to get used to flying it inside. So absolutely. Yeah. So that leads me to my next thing, flying outdoors or flying larger inside, maybe like a large, like bando or something, or a large building or warehouse. That's where this guy comes in. This is the URAV Bushido. And this is an 85 millimeter size brushless whoop, and it's completely stock. You could pick one of these up. I think still on some of the vendors. I think Banggood still has them for sale, I believe. Razman FPV, welcome into Send It Saturday live stream, brother. Good to see you. Make sure you smash that like button if you can. Greatly appreciate it. Talking about our favorite winter whoops. Do you have any whoops, Raz? I can't remember if I've seen any of your whoops or not, bud. I kind of think no. I don't remember seeing any whoops from you, but that doesn't mean you don't have any. I know Brian. Brian's got a nice little whoop that he made. Mystery D. Yes, but this guy right here, this is the URAV Bushido, and the good thing about this one here, like Lewis was saying, this one actually records HD, so you actually get 1080p 60 frames per second out of this whoop, which is just awesome. I think it's got the Caddx turtle or something in it. It's been working pretty good for me, actually. It's a nice flyer. It feels real good in the air, outdoors, and the ducts really aren't that thick, so you really don't feel like a ton of prop wash with this guy. It does have the tri-blade propellers, but they're larger because it's 85 millimeter size. Yeah, I love my newbie drone Hummingbird on a 75 millimeter frame. Best whoop. Okay, all right. That sounds like, yeah, I think I've heard of the Hummingbirds. They're pretty promising, huh? Gonna do a little night flight. Hey, Sunday, do it, man. Get out there, have some fun, and get that snow footy. Yes, sir, Tommy. It does have onboard DVR. It has a little slot right here in the back that you put the micro SD card in right there, if you can see. You put the micro SD card in there, and you can get 1080p 60 out of this little guy, which is awesome. You know, you can get some nice high def through a house or outside. And this one actually does have a very easily adjustable camera as well, which I like. You can see the screw slots there, and then it's got plenty of room to go up or down depending on how fast you excuse me, how fast you want to go. Better take me a Bardwell Pepsi break. You know how he does the iced tea. Well, you're gonna see me with Diet Pepsi. That's my drink of choice. Got to do something to wet the pipes, you know, when you're out here talking. You have 20 packs ready. Awesome, brother. So have you flown now with your new props that came in, Thomas, or is that what you're waiting on? Is that what the 20 packs are for? I apologize about this late. So let me lower that so it's not glaring out in the back. No, I can't do that, brother. I got plenty of other good stuff I'm going to be giving away, but these two are my favorite whoops, man. I've hung on to these guys, and I'm keeping these, man. These will always be in my personal collection because I love these two whoops. Yep. We'll be doing plenty more giveaways. Don't worry. I got some big plans. Yeah, absolutely. I got some nice stuff that I want to give away to you guys. And I love giving back into the community and being able to bless people. In June, I'm not sure when you're going to be getting that bag, but I made sure I shipped it UPS because the USPS, the United States Postal Service, is extremely backed up, which is to be expected with the holidays and COVID. Yes, they are extremely backed up. More people are shopping online than ever before. They're having some problems. So I paid the extra and shipped it UPS. And it was not cheap. They have upped the rates. I even had to take it out of the box I originally had it in because they were wanting to charge me over $100 to ship that bag to you, June. Over $100. Yeah, I was like, I can't do that. There's got to be a cheaper way. I went to one of the mail service centers where they have UPS, FedEx, and the Postal Service, and they told me the cheapest one was going to be the Postal Service, but there was no they didn't really have a idea of when it was going to be delivered. So I said, nah, let's just do UPS, keep it safe. Is your 75 a 3S? Yes, this one here is, I believe, a 3S. Yes, it is a 3S. Charles, you can kick me out now. No, we don't want to kick nobody out, man. Not unless you're being harassing people and stuff. You're good. Don't leave just yet. But yeah, I mean, this is the 70, or I'm sorry, this is the 85. I'm sorry, did I say 75? This is the 85 millimeter Bushido. So it's not actually 75. Now my Beta 65, Thomas, it's 2S, or whoever asked me that. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Check this guy out. The URAV Bushido. This is 85 millimeter, and then my Beta 65 is 65 millimeter. So you can see the difference here. It's quite a big difference. So, and you feel the difference when you're in the house with this guy. I mean, you really got to be kind of really easy on the throttle because this thing takes off like a bandit. Outside, man, this thing flies great. I mean, even with a little bit of wind, you don't even feel it with this guy. This guy can handle that wind outside, no problem. I mean, I wouldn't take it out in 5-inch wind, but yeah. How is the animals? The manimals. Raz said, "Hi, Chuck. Bye, Chuck." You out already, man? I appreciate you stopping in, and everybody, if you can smash the like button, that would be greatly appreciated. We're going to go ahead and get into the drone news for the night. And a lot of you guys may have already heard about it. You may have not heard about it, but I wanted to go ahead and put it out here. And we're going to talk about it here in just a second. All right. In news, DJI, says that people can still buy and use the drones in the U.S. after the export ban. So let me go back over here and show you guys. If you guys don't know already, DJI says that people in the U.S. will still be able to buy and use the drones and other products despite being named to the Commerce Department's entity list. So basically, they were put on a blacklist on Friday for enabling wide-scale human rights abuses. This is from The Verge, by the way. Make sure you check them out, The Verge. They have some really good news, and they get it out fast. But yeah, basically, wide-scale human rights abuses within China through abusive genetic collection and analysis or high technology surveillance, most likely a reference to how DJI provided drones and other technology to the Chinese government to be used in its Muslim detention camps in the Xinjiang province. DJI is disappointed in the U.S. Department of Commerce's decision. Customers in America can continue to buy and use DJI products normally. So don't want anybody to freak out. You can still buy and use the products in the U.S. Business as usual. The company said in a statement to The Verge, DJI remains committed to developing the industry's most innovative products that define our company and benefit the world. The company declined to provide any more information about what it thinks will happen as a result of being named to the entity list. Being on the list typically means U.S. companies are banned from exporting technology to the blacklisted companies. So DJI not only sells products to consumers, but since it is far and away the market leader, its technology is used by all sorts of companies that need drones or handheld cameras, including the U.S. military. That's a big one. This is not the first time that access to Chinese drones has been targeted by the U.S. government, usually due to security concerns. The Department of Justice banned the buying of foreign-made drones with agency funds in October, which we've already heard about that in the past there, so we knew that was going to happen. And the Department of the Interior said it would ground its drone fleet while it looks into claims of spying and cyber attacks. DJI had pushed back against many of these actions, saying accusations of national security transgressions are unfounded. So that's the news for tonight, guys. A lot of people have been messaging me, kind of getting concerned about what them being on the blacklist, what was that going to mean for, the DJI FPV system that's supposed to release soon? What's that going to mean for existing products that are already out? A lot of people were concerned, thinking, man, am I going to be able to use my drone or what? Let me catch up on chat here. I'm smashing the dislike button twice. Do it. I'd rather you smash the dislike button than none at all. I love you, whichever one you smash. You got a toy drone that came with a camera and SD card. Didn't know what size it was, so I checked. It showed something was in it, and I checked, and it was full of sweatshop pigs. That's a good one, man. Yes, that's a good one. Yes. Very good. So that's the drone headline news for the night. A lot of people already knew about DJI being put on the blacklist, but not a lot of people knew what that was going to mean. A lot of people were speculating, saying that, oh my gosh, you're going to take all the drones off the shelves. Nobody's going to be able to buy them anymore. No. That's not what's going to happen, because, as soon as that kind of talk gets out, what happens next. People start buying up all the stuff. The prices skyrocket and the shelves are wiped clean. We don't need to see any of that. Just like with the toilet paper, we do not need to see the toilet paper flying off the shelves. Everybody just remain calm. You could still buy the products in the U.S. and still use the products. So I wanted to put that out there. I felt like I almost had a responsibility to put that out there. And there's a couple other articles you can read on it as well. So just keep that in mind. Yes. Yeah. So, Louis Baduga, what's your favorite Whoop, man? I mean, you really don't get a winner over there, do you? So what's your favorite Whoop that you like to fly, indoors versus outdoors? Do you fly the same Whoop indoors and outdoors? What's your favorite Whoop that you like to fly? Everybody, I'm sure, would like to know. Because look, let's be honest. You go to look for a Whoop. I mean, you're a beginner. I mean, it could be a little overwhelming, right? I mean, there is thousands upon thousands of different kinds of, FPV Whoops out there. We want to steer people in the right direction. We don't want somebody to go buy a complete piece of garbage. We don't want somebody to get something and say, oh man, this sucks. Like this hobby's not for me. That's the last thing you want, is somebody to get some bad information and purchase a bad product. Yeah. Okay. So Baduga likes the Beta FPV 85 millimeter. Now, do you fly that indoors, outdoors, both? 85. There you go. Yeah, absolutely, man. 85 millimeter. That's what the Bushido is right here. The 85 millimeter. It's a good size for indoor and outdoor. Absolutely. Louis will probably vouch for that and let you know that this guy outdoors feels pretty good, actually. I was really surprised when I flew it. Started doing split S's and stuff like that. And I said, man, this thing really does kind of feel less like a Whoop and more of probably like a toothpick. And we'll talk about toothpicks as well, because even though a toothpick's not considered a Whoop, I still consider it, something smaller that you can actually take Whoop parts and make toothpick if you want. And I was actually thinking about doing that actually with this guy here. I was thinking about maybe taking the motors and everything off of this frame and throwing it on a carbon frame and making it into a toothpick. However, I decided that, I already have a toothpick that I really enjoy. This is the Diatone GTB 229. You can see the size comparison. It's just a little bit smaller of a footprint than this 85 millimeter Bushido. But I just figured, you know what? I've already got the toothpick. Why do I want to make this into a toothpick when I have another one? And I can keep ducks on this, which will, keep it better for bouncing off things, flying, if I need to do any HD recording inside, stuff like that. Okay, so the beta's got a little bit 0.1 or something. I don't know what I'm not very good with the metric, but basically, Thomas, yeah, toothpick is basically, the parts what you would use for a whoop. Sometimes they'll put a little bit bigger motors on there just to get a little bit more performance out of it. But yeah, basically you just take the parts out of a whoop and put it on a carbon frame and boom, you got yourself a nice toothpick. Yep, there you go. You got some nice little bob and a lot of them use bi-blade props as well on the toothpicks. Although I have seen some toothpicks running tri-blades, but most of what I've seen has all been bi-blades. But yeah, you could pick this up too. This is just a one you can just buy right offline. This is the Diatone GTB 229. I mean, I've had good luck with it, but there's been others that have had some issues with crashes and stuff. But I mean, I myself personally, it's been great for me. I've crashed into some trellises and stuff. What's that? The Friendly Troll. Welcome in. Welcome in, the Friendly Troll. Yeah, actually, he's here, man. Baduga, he's right below you. See, you got 1102 and 1103. Yeah, let's say. Yeah, you're right, man. You're on it. See, Lewis knows all these numbers off the top of his head. Yep. So yeah, a little bit bigger motors on the toothpick. They tend to put a little bit more pep in the step when you switch over to these carbon frames. But yeah, I mean, this one, when you get in the goggles and start flying this guy around outside, this doesn't have the HD recording, which is kind of a bummer. But I mean, I don't see why you couldn't fit like a turtle or something like that on one of these. Maybe just modify the canopy a little bit. But you start doing tricks with this guy outside, man, and it feels almost like 5-inch. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's hard to explain it, but it just has that feeling. It doesn't get the prop wash, that sometimes you get from these when you do like maneuvers. A lot of times with the ducks, you'll get that prop wash and that little bit of, falling back down and a little bit of oscillating. These guys right here, I mean, you can lock these things right on in, and that's the appeal of these little guys. So a lot of places where, you can't fly a 5-inch quad, you can fly this guy and still have a great time and have almost a 5-inch feeling out of a way smaller platform. You saw, man, you guys are stream hopping. You stream hoppers. So that leads me into a really important part for me, honestly, with the Whoopin is batteries, right? Batteries and charging. Like, these little guys, I did the JESC firmware upgrade on the Beta 65X, which you can actually do that a couple different kinds of ways. But you can do it either pay for the JESC firmware, or there's a couple free places you can go and get it actually for free. But if you put that 48 kilohertz PWM frequency on the ESCs, you can get a little bit more flight time, actually. I've noticed way more efficient. So, hey, welcome in, Glenn Edwards. Welcome in. He has the Beta FPV 75. One of the motors stopped working. Yep, I had that too. So I replaced it, and that motor still doesn't work. Any ideas what I could try next? Honestly, it sounds like you could try to switch it to another motor on the drone that actually works. And speaking of that, we'll just go right into the Q&A while we're on the subject here. Q&A is open, guys, so please drop your questions down in the chat, and me, myself, and others in here will get to it. But yeah, you could try to put a motor on there that like switch it from like, let's just say this motor here is not spinning. You put a new motor in it and it's still not spinning. You can basically switch these wires and have it run with the props off, obviously, and see if you can get a motor to spin on here that works, that spins up. And if it still doesn't spin, unfortunately, it's probably going to be an ESC problem, which really stinks because all these guys use the all-in-one ESC, so you'll have to probably swap out the whole board. That's the only unfortunate part about the whoops and stuff. A lot of them use all-in-one boards where they have the ESC flight controller, sometimes even the VTX, all built onto one board. So, yeah, I would try to put a different motor on there, plug it in, want a different motor that spins up on the quadcopter, and if it still doesn't spin, then for 100% sure that it's definitely the ESC, and you just didn't get another bum motor. Because I've seen that happen. I've seen people order brand new motors. They come in and they don't spin up. So especially when you get with these little guys. So Baduga says, check it on Betaflight if they turn, but sounds like a bad ESC. Yep. That's what I'm thinking as well. So yeah, you have to change the whole board, unfortunately. Did you have any kind of crash or anything, or it just like stopped? He doesn't show himself for long. I wonder why. I don't know either. I don't know. He was here and he just bounced out. But he's a friendly troll, so we welcome him in. But yeah, you can. The good thing is, I mean, if you get a reputable whoop like a good name brand like Emax, Beta FPV, URAV, the parts are really easy to get. You just type in the model that you have and just type in the all-in-one board that you need, and normally you can find it pretty easily. But yeah, if you try what I said and the motor spins up, well, then man, I got another bum motor that I just ordered. And I've seen that happen before. That was another reason, guys, that I went ahead and went to the iFlight when I replaced all the motors on this guy. Hey, man, RC Funds Diversions, welcome in. Yeah, the Hubson, nah, it's somewhere out in the swamp. It's funny that's how all this started. Kind of was with the Hubson. I mean, actually, it really started with a little drone from Walmart on a Black Friday special. One of those Sharper Image DX3, I believe. That was the first drone I ever owned. It was a blast to fly too. I mean, it was fun. It didn't have no GPS, no nothing, man. The camera was like crap. But man, I'd take that thing outside and I'd be flying it around, flipping it. And it had a really good like yaw speed, spin, rotation, and did a couple of tricks. It was really fun. Got me into the hobby, so can't be too bad, right? Don't think I can hook up to Betaflight on this model that came in an advanced kit. Okay. Well, then just do the motor swap. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say your front motor here stops working. All you got to do is just go underneath, pop the little plug out. Use a pair of tweezers, right? Use a pair of tweezers and just get on that plug header and just kind of rock it back and forth and until it comes out. You don't want to pull it out by the wires because you'll end up pulling the pins out, and they are a pain to get back in there. But just use some tweezers and just kind of, or a flathead screwdriver, and just kind of pry the plug header out and swap it, and put a motor that is spinning, put that in the port that's not spinning. And if it spins up, well, then I got a bum motor. If it doesn't spin up, well, then it's the ESC. Sounds like he's got a Silverware Beta FPV board. Welcome in, Indy Jones FPV. Welcome. Yeah, no problem. I'm hoping that maybe, I mean, honestly, it would be better for you if you got another bum motor. As frustrating as that sounds, it's way easier to change a motor than to change that whole board. So hopefully it's just the motor. I started with the Bugs 3. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a fun one, man. Brushless motors. See, the Sharper Image I started with, it was brushed. It wasn't nothing fancy. But, yeah, the Bugs 3, I still have one that's got special purposes. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell icon and smash the like button. I got special plans for my Bugs 3 at some point. And we do streams every Saturday as long as I can. Sometimes I may have to cancel a stream. Life happens, right? Especially on the weekends. But I try to do my stream each and every Saturday at 8 p.m. And we do giveaways once a month, every month on the channel. So appreciate all the support from you guys. But yeah, I really hope, Glenn Edwards, I really hope it's a motor, because that's way easier to fix than the whole board itself if it's ESC. So yeah. But yeah, if you want to, if you're looking for some good replacement motors for these little whoops, check out the iFlight brand Zing motors. They do have some Zing, some smaller size motors for your whoops, and they're really good quality. I mean, you can actually like twist them and feel, like, even now I can feel like the notchiness of them. If that makes any sense. They kind of feel real, just good quality. Just the way they're constructed and everything, they're just really good quality. Been very happy with these motors. Hey, welcome in, Double A. Welcome into the chat. You got over there? Nobody, man. Just me and my drones. That's probably somebody's name. Me and my drones. That'd be a nice little tag. You know what I mean? For a name, me and my drones FPV, or me and my drones. Nope, just me and my drone. Oh well, Rebecca, she's upstairs. She's relaxing while I'm streaming. Yeah, no special guest tonight. I am currently in the process of finding our first special guest. I have somebody in mind, but I haven't reached out to him yet. But yes, we are going to be having a special guest on the show at some point, and I'm going to try to get a special guest in once a month if I can. The best we can make out. So if you would like to be a special guest on the show, shoot me an email at emarvel09@gmail.com, and we can try to fit you in and try to see if we can't get some guests to come on from the community. Absolutely. Ever flown a King Kong? Yes, I have. Yeah, I used to have a King Kong Tiny 6. Yep, Tiny 6. I believe it was the Tiny 6. It was brushed, but that thing was a ton of fun. I actually dove a church steeple with it. I've got a video on my channel of that too, outside. It was a very, very calm day. There was like no wind hardly at all. And I took that little Tiny 6 and I punched it up to the steeple top, and I dove down. Man, that was a lot of fun. You know what? I'll see if I can find that video and I'll show you guys on here. When's the last time you flown the Mavic Air 2? That would probably be about a month and a half, 2 months ago, maybe. Meet up with me and some friends. We had an FPV spot, which I'm actually getting ready to edit that video, I think, where I just did some flying through a spot with some trees and stuff. I took the Mavic Air 2 out for a spin, got some really nice footage. Really happy. I don't work for free. You're a star. Never had a bugs. The Tiny, how much did I pay for the Tiny 6? Man, I want to say it was like $79, $80 or something. I don't know. My pockets ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. Good Lord. I got to work full time, so. Oh, man. But yeah, let me see if I can find that video, because honestly, I think you guys would love. I was impressed that I was actually able to dive that with a 65 millimeter size whoop with brushed motors. That little thing was a beast. I will definitely see if I can't pull that up and we can watch it together. But yeah, definitely don't shrug off the King Kong little whoops, because they actually have packed quite a little punch. Them little guys do. But honestly, for me, I knew I wanted to go brushless just because, the brush motors tend to wear out faster, which they do. So yeah, that was what I wanted to do. I really wanted to get something brushless that I could, I could fly indoors, maybe a little bit outdoors, but mostly indoors. This time of year, the daylight is the biggest problem for me is the daylight. So that is the biggest problem. I'm gonna find it. It's kind of back here a little bit further in my videos, but I can't see chat right now, but I'm gonna find this video of this King Kong steeple dive because I really want to show you that you can definitely take a little King Kong brushed little whoop and dive a steeple with it if you want to. It's pretty impressive, actually. But I had to switch around my my videos to the oldest first because it was a while. It was a long time ago that I had that little guy. I actually donated it to a friend of mine. I sent it to him. I said, "Hey, look, I got plenty of whoops and stuff. Take this. Yeah, I may have deep pockets, Paduga, but I got a big heart, man. You know what I mean? I got a big heart, and I love giving back. If I can help out somebody, that's what I'm going to do." So, welcome in MD95TSI. Yes, welcome in, amigo. And make sure you check out, I shouted you out in the beginning, but I'll do it again. Every Friday, for the most part, check out the Drone Network, MD95TSI, and that is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check him out, show him some love, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Really, really great people. Crystal Justice, Wacky Wednesdays. Make sure you check those guys out. I'm trying to find, Chris, remember when I had the King Kong Tiny 6 little brushed whoop? I actually took that little guy outside one day. Oh, here we go. Here's a little whoop. Let's watch this little light flight here. That's what we'll do. I'm going to pop this up on here. And I want to show you real quick. This was the King Kong Tiny 6. And I will show you real quick. I'll pop this up. Maybe. All right, so see if I can't get this. Oh, I see what's going on here. I opened up a new tab. So that might not work. Oh, here we go. Anyway, I took that Tiny 6 and I dove steeple with it. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. I got to get back to chat. I'm sitting here trying to find things. Thank you so much, Mr. Indy Joan ESC. New sub to your channel. Nice stream. Thank you so much, brother, for the support. Greatly appreciate that. John asked me if I still have my snapper. My snapped in. A snapper sounds familiar, but I just can't put a finger on it. I threw it off the steeple so it wouldn't get caught in her hair. Yeah. Welcome in, Jessica Linzer. Yes. And welcome in, Mr. Indy Joan ESC with a $5 super chat there. Thank you so much. New sub to your channel. Nice stream. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just couldn't believe that it had the actual ability to be able to, fly and dive a steeple. Oh, geez, I got the sound on and all kinds of stuff. This is all part of live streams. You're sitting here trying to do something and stuff ain't working. Yep, that is sometimes how it happens. I wanted to show you guys the steeple dive, but I'm having a hard time finding it right now. I will try again. Here we go. This is a much better way to do it. I think I got it here. I think I got it. Let me show you guys real quick the Tiny 6 This thing was amazing. It, like I said, for brush motors, I'll show you the little whoop flight first. And let me turn the sound off. I got the sound off. All right, this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. I think this might just make it full screen for you. Let me fix this real quick. This is the Tiny 6. This was at my really old house. It had brushed motors. Okay, so it was outside, a little flight. Okay, it's a little bit of lagging, and you see it kind of flying through the lights or whatever. But it was a fun little flyer. Keep in mind, brushed motors on this little guy. This is a Tiny 6. And yeah, I had some holiday lights, did a little bit of whooping. It was a lot of fun, little flyer. But while that, yeah, I definitely want to show you the steeple dive though, because that was way more impressive. I just figured I'd show a little bit of holiday light whoops real quick. I figured out what was it with the Chromebook. Didn't think the Bluetooth earbuds. Oh, really? It was the headphones that caused that? Never would have thought that headphones would have been the problem. Ray's going out to do a flight. What year was this? Oh, this was years ago, man. This was my old life. But I had the video, and I wanted to show you guys the little Tiny 6 outdoors whooping the lights because it was a lot of fun. I got my heads down, such a noob. Yeah, I was definitely way more of a noob in this video for sure. But I tried to. At one point there's a little lights on the house. I tried to go underneath of the deer. I think that was a pretty good shot. Yeah, that's the one I sent old Dan, old DW. I thought I tried to whoop through that little deer there, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right, Ray. Get in there and fly. Yes, sir. Get out there and do some flying, man. You'll feel better. Always, man. I always feel better after I fly. Even if it's inside. It feels good just to get in the goggles and just take a flight. Yeah. Let me find that steeple dive because I really want to show you guys that. I really was impressed, and I know I'm not far away from that video. So, but yeah, whooping the Tiny 6. Oh, here it is in acro. Yeah, I had this guy in acro mode. Let me get it all queued up here. I'm going to turn the resolution down just so it plays a little bit better with stream. But all right, there we go. Full screen. Take a look at this guy. Take a look at this flight right here, guys. This was at my old church. And how do I get this thing to go away? Go away. This is an acro mode. This is the Tiny 6 brushed whoop. All right. And watch this. I mean, I was pretty impressed with this little guy. This is keep in mind, this is a 65 millimeter brushed whoop. I mean, look at that little thing, man. I mean, check it out. Total noob here, but look. Diving that daggone steeple, man, like it's a daggone 5-inch, man, with brushless motors. This is a Tiny 6, guys. This is a tiny little brushed whoop. I thought that was a lot of fun, just doing that in acro. Of course, video was really bad, but of course it was DVR. So, hey, man, how many times you gonna get thanked for nagging somebody? How many times are you gonna get thanked for nagging somebody? So there you go. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't. Is anybody else impressed by what this little brush thing is doing? I mean, this is in acro mode. This is outside. I mean, there was some wind, especially when you get up a little bit higher. There was some wind, so I just blew me away that this little whoop was able to dive up that high and still maintain control. You know what I mean? At just 65 millimeter size with brushed motors. So I had a ball with that thing, man. Lewis asked to be booted. Oh, did Lewis get booted, man? Really? Yep, that's one way you can learn how to dive. Look at doing little flips and stuff. You can see it just shaking, trying to recover, man. Because like I said, this is a brushed whoop. You see it shaking? This is a brushed whoop, guys. This is nothing. This is a little little brushed whoop, and I'm able to do flips and split S's and stuff and still recover. But just goes to show you, man, these things are a lot of fun. And if you can't get outside to fly, we all can kind of get like the winter blues. Get yourself a nice little fun little whoop to fly inside, man, and that definitely puts a smile on my face. Oh, good night, Lewis. I don't know why you got booted. I didn't boot you. Hopefully nobody in the chat booted you. Please don't boot anybody unless they're being inappropriate. He says someone kicked me out. Okay, well, he asked to then. Brother, I appreciate you staying up this late and hanging out with us. Absolutely. And Q&A is still open, guys. I wanted to show you this dive with this little whoop because I really thought that was quite impressive. But Q&A is open, so if you guys have any questions, please. Telling him to fly ain't enough. Get on the sim. If you can't get outside, if it gets dark on you too quick, get on the sim, get on a whoop. However you can get stick time in, get it in, because this is a rough time of year for us drone pilots if you live in an area where you get winter or cold weather. No one can boot me, RC Fun says. I don't know. I think I can. Let's see. I'm not going to, but yeah, I can block you or put you in timeout, but I'm not going to do that. But I do have the power to do that. But yeah, that was the beta. I'm sorry. That was the tiny King Kong Tiny 6 brushed. Hey, welcome in Crystal Justice. Make sure you check out Crystal on Wednesdays, Wacky Wednesdays on her channel. Go hang out. Awesome time. I triple dare you. And if you guys could smash the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon. Because like I said, I do giveaways each and every month on the Send It Saturday live stream. And there's no set, stream. It's just going to be completely random. And whenever the time's right, boom, if you're at the right place, right time, you could get entered in to win whatever I'm giving away that month. So he's asking for it. Yeah, he did. Stuck in Trees. Welcome in. What do you guys think about the Mobula 6? Well, I had the Mobula 7 HD. I'd say stay away from that one. I did have the Mobula 7. Great brushless whoop. Mobula 6, I wouldn't think would be any different. But when you get to the HDs, they had a little bit of problems. So, I know they may have corrected that problem, but I can't tell you which vendors have the new versions versus the old versions. So I don't want to steer anybody, that might get some leftover inventory and they may be getting a little ticked off. So, hey, welcome back, friendly troll. Yeah. Mr. Indy says the Mobula 6 is awesome. Thank you for chiming in on that. Like I said, I have not actually flown or owned a Mobula 6, but I did have the Mobula 7, and that was one of my favorite brushless whoops. But then I wanted to get something a little bit smaller, and I ended up going with the Beta FPV 65X off the recommendation of my good buddy MD95TSI, who's in the chat tonight. Make sure you show him some love. Make sure you guys show everybody some love. If you've seen people in here for the first time, go ahead and check their channels out. Show them some love. Go in here because we love drones, obviously. whether it be a Whoop all the way up to a Class X giant, carbon monster. HD is too heavy. Agreed. Yes, the HD is too heavy. There's something about that 75 millimeter with the HD that's tough. It's a tough size to have the additional weight. Now, the 85 millimeter, now we're talking something different. The 85 millimeter with the HD actually feels pretty daggone good, even outdoors. So if you're looking for HD and you want something that's a little bit bigger than that 75 millimeter for maybe flying outdoors, but you don't want something as big as, like a 5-inch, check out the 85 millimeter. This is the URAV Bushido, and it's got the onboard HD recording. So get my whoops ready. I've already been flying the Beta 65. Now I'm going to be doing the Bushido soon. 20 degree and Dow Folds 7s, no good for the cold. Has he been snapping them, cracking them? Are they shattering at the hubs? He said X. Chuck said, I had the trash can and it ended up in the trash can. That's the one. Okay, so I had an Eachine Red Devil. That was, I believe, a toothpick. It was okay in my review, but nothing that like blew me away. And I know some other people that had them that had some problems. So I'd say stay away from the Red Devil, the Eachine Red Devil. And Chuck said stay away from the trash can. So, that really is, Eachine is very hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes they'll put out a great product and you're like, oh man, this is great. Like I got these Eachine goggles, man. They're awesome. Or I got the Eachine Wizard, the original Wizard. I mean, that was a great starter drone a long time ago. Not really that long, but in the electronics industry, yes, a long time ago. But yeah, they're really hit or miss. I mean, sometimes they put out some great products and other times not so much. You really got to watch those reviews, right? And subscribe. Speaking of reviews, I do have some new products that are supposed to be coming here this month from our good buddy John over at VFly. I guess he's having the same issues as everybody else in the country with the shipping problems, I guess. I still have not gotten, you know what? Let me close this tab. That might be wearing my stream down here. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I'm waiting on some new products that he's got to review, and they have yet to come in yet. So I'm anxiously awaiting, but it may end up being in the new year. So I'll review them as soon as I get them, but I can't review them until I get them. So you know where I'm at with that. I'm sure all kinds of vendors and people are having issues with the Postal Service this year, man, because you got to think about it. It's that time of the year again. Okay. So we already know that's going to be heavy, but then not only that, but with the COVID-19, there's more people ordering online than ever before, guys, ever before. So we kind of knew that was going to bog down the Postal Service. The Red Devil is great on 2S, but no 3S. Chris, that was a lot of the problem with the Mobula 7 HD as well. A lot of people ran it on 2S, had no issues. But as soon as they stepped it up to 3S, that's when the problems started coming in. So I don't know if something going on with some of the voltage regulators on that board, but I think maybe even ESC related as well. So they must have been I think some people were soldering on some caps to help with the voltage spikes that the Mobula 7 HD was getting on 3S and was causing these ESC failures. And there was a couple things that people did to try to get past that. We knew they wouldn't be. Oh boy, fold got folded. I'm still flying the S3s, man. I got PB&Js. Plan on flying them at some point when I have to fly heavier cameras. Speaking of cameras, you guys see that new Insta360? Game changer. I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited because if the Insta360, the new one that come out from, I think they sell it on Beta FPV website that's already stripped and gutted and made for your Cinewhoops or heck, even like a 5-inch drone, if you put it in a protective enough mount, you could get some of that HD footage, also 360 footage. The only thing that I'm kind of waiting on is some kind of warranty program. You know, the $230-ish price point is not bad at all for what you're getting. But the durability, okay, I got to have some kind of warranty program, whether it's through Amazon, whether it's through Insta themselves. I need to have a warranty program, because if I strap this $230 camera on my 5-inch quad and go rip through a concrete bando and smack into a wall and my camera stops working, well, I'm going to have to pay $230 to replace it. Whereas my GoPros, even my higher end GoPros, if I smash my GoPros, I only have to spend, probably $70-ish, $80 to replace. And that's my higher end GoPro, like an 8 black or a 9 black, which I don't have yet. If you want to see the 9 black in action, make sure you check out MD95 TSI. He has got one, actually, and he's been ripping the ever-loving crap out of it while babying it at the same time, which that's kind of like a skill, right? I mean, yeah. Hey, welcome into the chat, Stacy Reese. How about the Beta FPV Advanced Kit 2? Is it any good? Stacy, if Thomas is still in here, he would be glad to answer that, because I believe he just purchased that. And he, as far as I know, is very happy with it. Yes. Oh, good night, Jess. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate having you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for the money, if you don't have any gear, and that's got the all-in, everything you need. So it's got the goggles, it's got the little controller, which is actually a pretty decent controller. I think you could even use that controller for Sims. Tommy G, there you go. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate that, brother. I love it. The controller and the goggles are better than I thought. There you go, Stacy. And that's someone who has purchased it and is using it actively. Night Train FPV, welcome in, Michael. I'm not going to get the 9 till I kill the 8, and they won't give me enough money on trade-in. Where I'm at is I'm probably going to be at a point where I have the 8 and the 9, so I'll just go that route. I just wanted to have 2 of the more expensive cameras, because if I have to send one in for a warranty claim where it gets damaged from flight, which they all do, I don't want to be sitting waiting for 2 weeks without a camera, right? So my sessions, I'm covered. But when GoPro, if and when, which it's going to happen at some point, when GoPro removes Session 5s from the warranty program, I will be forced to switch cameras. So I'll either continue to use the 8 and the 9 with the warranty program from GoPro, or if the Insta360 has a warranty program, whether it be through Amazon or Insta, then I may just end up switching to that. I mean, heck, who wouldn't want 360-degree footage if possible? You can do some really interesting things with that. Binding is usually difficult for everybody in the beginning, Thomas, so don't feel bad. I've had plenty of frustrating nights where I'm like, man, why is this thing binding? I think Chris has had issues. We've all had issues with binding it one way or another. Even Crossfire, sometimes I've had issues with binding. I put videos out on my channel to help out with that. Most of the time, those videos will help out just about everybody. But there is some rare scenarios where people still can't get things to bind. So you're not alone in this, Thomas. We're here with you. We're going through it together. Chris said the Hero 9 is dope. And it's got the removable glass lens. So if you smash the front lens on the actual camera lens itself, you don't have to do the whole heating it up and trying to pry it off like on the 8 Black. It just twists, I think, and pulls off, and you can just buy the replacements. Absolutely. Yeah, binding. Here recently, knock on wood, I've had really great results with binding all my stuff. It's bound right up. But I have not done any kind of updates on my firmware, on my Crossfire. I still have the Tango 2 Pro release firmware on there, and I will not update it. I will not update it because I tried, okay, and it would not bind to any of my drones. And I went through all the steps and tried to go back and then try to change the firmware on the receivers on the drones, and then tried to bind it, update the firmware on the Tango 2, and then bind again, and it still didn't work. I said, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The stock firmware is working great. I've never had a fail safe. No need for me to go and mess with things that are working perfectly, right? Binding is very frustrating sometimes, especially with the older FR Sky stuff, I mean, you could have a whole complete parody right there, just sitting there holding down on this tiny little button with your little, either your finger, which is normally too big, or, your tool. You're sitting there trying to hold it into place and plug in the LiPo at the same time. And then as soon as you get to go plug it in with LiPo, if you're doing it by yourself, oh man, it slipped off the bind button. I got to do it all over again. Yes, it could be annoying sometimes. That's why I like Crossfire, because most of the time with Crossfire, you don't even have to push the bind button. You can just get your new receiver, put your controller into bind mode, power up the receiver for the first time, and it's like magic sometimes. Uh-oh. I'm getting bullied in the chat. Help. Ain't nobody bullying you. I ain't see nothing. I don't have bullies in here, man. I've got great people and great group of people, watchers, followers, viewers. You guys are awesome. He's like that annoying cousin. That's okay. Keep coming back, man. I'm glad to have you in here. I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me on this Saturday, this cold Saturday night. I'm ready for spring already, to be honest with you. But in the meantime, I'm going to make the best of it. I got some projects that, the winter time is great for projects, right? I mean, you got projects, you got builds, you got repairs, right? I got repair right there I got to do on that guy. So we'll be repairing that. Just needs a new VTX and a couple little things here or there. She'll be ready to go. And then I've got a 3-inch drone that I'm going to be building up as well. A 3-inch Japilora donated by my good buddy Chris MD95 PSI. I think John's going to need a wrench. Uh-oh. Is he getting timed out or something? We got enforcers. That's right. I kind of wish that StreamYard would give you the option or the power to be able to add the wrench in the chat, but I can't do it through here. I have to go out like on a different device and go into the chat and do it that way. Let's see here. Let me see what kind of wrenches I got. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good on wrenches, to be honest. But let me see what we have here. And we'll take a look. Let me make sure I got my volume down. That's annoying when you're trying to do something in the volume. All right, I think the volume's down. Oh, let's view this. What's going? Hey, you know why she took that away? Because it's not true, John. You're not annoying. That's why she took that message away. Man, we got a lot of blue in here tonight, man. We got a lot of blue in here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and give Lewis a wrench. What do you guys think? I want to see what you guys think. Oh, I can't do it, man. I don't know where he went. I want to give Lewis a wrench tonight. I wanted to bless my friend Lewis with a wrench, but it's too late right now. I have to do it tomorrow because I won't let me go back far enough in chat to do it. Yeah, I got some nice wrenches in here for sure. Stuck in Trees, welcome. Oh, you know what? That's right. You were in here earlier. I'm sorry. How good is conformal coating for waterproofing your drone? Very good. I have some right here. I'll show you. This is what I use, what most everybody uses. It's a modified conformal coating. I don't think it's gonna focus, but it's MG Chemicals, and you can actually get this bottle on Amazon. You just want to do, light coatings, multiple light coatings. You want to obviously do the solder joints, but you don't want to get this stuff in your USB port. You don't want to get this on the gyro. You don't want to get this in the motors. He said wrenches. And you don't want to get this in any of your plug headers. Anything that you plug in with a plug, you do not want to get this stuff in there because it will ruin your connection where it won't ruin it. You can fix it, but it's a huge pain. So yeah, this is the silicone based, and just do real light coats, and it works really good, actually, really, really good. And like Chuck was saying, just use a UV light if you have one, and you can check your work and see if there's any places that you missed. Yeah, I did want to give Lewis a wrench, but I can't do it right now. Tag on it. Well, I'll give him a wrench some other time after the stream. But yeah, I definitely got some wrenches in here, so that's good. I at one point I don't think I had a lot of wrenches in here, so I wanted to make sure that I got a good group of moderators in chat. No wrenches. See, we don't care about no wrenches, man. It's like painting the model. And the fumes, woo-wee. Make sure you do it in a very well ventilated area because it does put off a decent amount of fumes. And it can kind of get you feeling a little woozy. Oh man. Yep. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Maniac FPV? Oh shoot, I got my sound turned down. Hold on. That didn't work. Now I just blared you out. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing? What good to have you on the stream tonight. He said, I'll be back in 5 minutes, right, folks? All right. Please stop timing out, people. We don't want to get nobody upset or whatever. As long as he's being good, we don't want anybody to feel like they're being muted or whatever. Can't we all just get along? You guys are having too much fun in the chat. That's what it is. I know what it is. Oh man, you guys are something else. I love all of you guys, though. From the bottom of my heart, I do. You guys keep things interesting. Absolutely. Wow, we are at that's 9:21. Time flies sometimes when you're doing a live stream. Sometimes it goes by slow, and sometimes it goes by fast. So, yeah, it's definitely can go by slow or fast depending on the night. So, no more timeouts for John. He's got something he wants to say. He's got something he wants to say. Maybe. If you got something you want to say, brother, Don't get it out there. That's all I know. We'll make sure we don't time you out. You good thing you got tough skin? Absolutely, man. That's up. Yeah, we're just talking about some whoops, winter whooping. If anybody has a favorite whoop that you like, put it down in the chat and we'll talk about it, because there's a lot out there, man. And you don't want to get, hooked in with the wrong product that doesn't work good for you. And a lot of people in here have flown a lot of whoops, so they can tell you, steer you with some good products. He could say in 300 seconds. Oh, man, you're killing him. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, good thing. John's being a good sport, right? John's being a good sport. And I'm just working on something here on the background. Sorry if I sound distracted. Yeah, he can work it on in 300 seconds. See? That's all it is. That's all it is. Hurry up, type it in fast before, yeah. So Q&A is still open, guys. We're going to keep it open for a little bit longer. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to get to it myself or someone in chat. We'll try to make sure we get that addressed for you. I am planning on hopefully getting some nice snow shots this winter with the Mavic Air 2. So stay tuned for that. I would love to get some more cinematic type footage. Definitely am not done with that drone for the season at all. I have big plans for that. Get some beautiful shots around here with a nice snow on there. You guys bullying John, man. Don't be bullying nobody. Come on now. Some toy quads make great whoops when you add a camera. There you go, Tommy. You talking about Mr. Santa Claus drone? Man, I remember that thing. I used to have one of them things, man. It had a little noise that flew, and it sung the song, and you flew, and it had like a little Lego figure. I think that's the one. I think that's the one he may be talking about. He added a camera to it. Indeed. Heck yeah, man. There was an Eachine. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't think off the top of my head, but there was a really cheap Eachine whoop that you could get. It was brush motors. Came with like the little, all-in-one, or came with the controller that you could use or whatever with that drone. But it was really cheap, man, like $20 or something. And people were going and buying like cheap little all-in-one VTXs with the cameras. And they were like hot gluing that sucker on there and hooking it and getting the 5-volt to it. And they were turning those little things into FPV drones back in the day. People probably still do it, actually, just to get in at the absolute bottom price point, because some of the whoops can be kind of expensive, actually. Some of the whoops can be up in the $100 or so. You did it with the Lego whoop too? RC Crazy did. That Santa Claus was a beast, man. Ho, ho, ho. Go, go, go. Send it. Send it, Santa. It was my first FPV flight. There it is. Thanks, Chris. It was the EO11. And Thomas, thank you. And Eric, thank you. Guys are on it, man. I couldn't remember the name of it, but yes, that's the one. That was probably one of the most popular brushed whoops of its time. Oh, yeah, you got one hot glued there. Man, hot glue in this hobby, yes. For me, it can go either way. It can go extremely well, or it can go really bad. Yeah, no acro, but all around fun whooping. I've tried acro in the house, man, with the 65, the Beta 65, and I gotta tell you, I'm struggling with it, man. I'm just so used to flying in angle mode in the house. I know a lot why the tiny whoop racers fly them in angle mode. It just seems a little bit easier to control when you're indoors with limited space. When you're outside, it's no problem, man. Put it in acro and have a blast. Send it. Mystery D, welcome in. Better late than never. Hey, that's all right, brother. Just smash the like button 3 times. You'll smash it once, you'll smash it twice to turn it back off, and then you'll smash it again and make it come back on. So that's why I said 3 times. Welcome in, brother. Yeah, we're going to be winding down, but I had the Q&A open. Hey, thanks a lot, Chuck. Hey, have a great night, man. Enjoy it. Tommy G says you can still get those Eachine EO 11s for, how much was that? $32. Wow. You just threw 3. Yeah, Mystery D has a really awesome little whoop that he did, like a custom paint job on the canopy. It looks really sick. It's got like skulls on it, right? I think that's what it is. But I was really impressed. Oh, matter of fact, I completely forgot to tell you guys about this charger that I have here. I'll just unplug it real quick. But this little charger for your Whoop batteries, I only have 4 in here, but it will actually charge 6 at once. This charger is awesome. You can change, the amps that you charge at, and it's got 6 individual that you can charge, and it has multiple of the different types of battery connectors, if you can see that, for each port. So this is, I'm holding it upside. No, yeah, okay. I thought I was holding it upside down, but check out this charger. It is a ultra power, and Race Day Quads has them on the website. So if you're looking for a good 1S little Whoop battery charger, check these out. Yes, this thing. I love this. You don't have a drone and you want one? Maybe Mystery D can hook you up, man. Yeah, it is a really nice charger. I have loved that. Yeah, Adrian has one too. They are awesome. I mean, they work so well, and they charge them up so fast. I feel like I stick the batteries on there completely dead, and then they're up and running in 10 minutes or something. It's crazy. I think it was in the 20-ish, maybe low 30 price point. Worth every penny. It just plugs right into the wall. It just has a little, wall plug, and you can, you know what? I think. Let me see. You can actually charge this from 2 to 4S LiPo as well. It's got an XT60 connector in the side, so you can charge with either the included power cord for your AC voltage, or 2 to 4S LiPo. And it also, let me see. Okay, no, I thought this one had another port, but no. So yeah, you can either charge the batteries with your AC port on this side, or 2 to 4S LiPo will charge these bad boys. If you're going to do the LiPo, though, be careful. Make sure when you plug it in that you just, check on the voltage of that cell so you don't, completely drain it. I can't remember if this one has a cutoff on it. I don't believe it does, but I'm not for sure. I actually don't use the XT60 because I always have this at the house. But just be careful when you do that. You don't want to kill your batteries. Really, yeah, it's completely, very easy to use. I got my charger from Beta FPV. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I love that Whoop charger. Yep, exactly. 3 or 4 LiPo, 3 or 4S. Get 4 minutes of solid acro. Yeah, I've got, these are the Race Day Quads 300 milliamp little 1S packs. And my Beta FPV takes 2 of these because it's 2S. So it just takes 2 of these per flight. So if I put 6 batteries on here, I got 3 flights ready to go. And the great thing is, by the time, I put them back on the charger, and I'm flying around, the other ones are pretty much ready to go. So it's like a continuous cycle. I can kind of keep charging them and flying, and charging them and flying them. But really appreciate you guys coming in tonight, and I really had a great time. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close the Q&A. But if you guys have any other winter whoops or whatever that you like, feel free to drop them down in the comment section later on in the after the live replay, or put it down in the chat. And honestly, guys, I can't wait for winter to be over. But while the winter's still in effect, we're going to be whooping it up. We're going to be on the simulator, and then obviously, we're still going to be flying 5-inch, mainly on the weekends. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please smash the like button, and please hit that bell icon so you get notified first when I put out new content. And we will see you next Saturday on the Send It Saturday live stream, episode 7. Thanks so much, guys. E-Drone, out.
He love right there. He doesn't fly like we do.
Settle down in the place of dreams, float away in the scenery. Take a back of what you need. Let's explore the world we see. All the dangers have been made up. You believe what they say. Through the heartache, our stargaze, no invasion today. We've come this far, to win and ride alone. So take your chances to embrace the waterfall. Are you ready for the cool? Who makes things so wrong? Are you ready for
Send it.
waiting for time to defeat our demons? And there's a sparkle in your eye, the beliefs and feelings. You can find a paradise within your heart. You can find what I despise within your mind. All the dangers have been made up. You believe what they say. Through the heartache, our stargaze, no invasion today. We've come this far, to win and ride alone. So take your chances to embrace the waterfall.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And there's going to be more FPV drone videos to come on the channel, freestyle. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. E-Drone out.